Okay, so here we actually are, we could look at page Resh, reading across the top just to get a little orientation here. V'tizar ma'od shelo tizbalta mizecha b'filu laila echaz. Achaz ki hu inyan rav hatoeles. So it's a very powerful thing that we could do if we could do it. Now we had a lot of disclaimers here in other, because one thing we have to recognize is that this time of year is not easy to do this because the night is so short. It's very easy to get to really learn right up through, late at night when it's time to go to sleep, and you haven't still hit Chatzos. So anyway, I tried this last night, and I just went to bed around before 12. And I said Tikkun Chatzos anyway. I don't know if I got any real rise out of that. I'm just trying to get myself together. So he said, so he says, you got to do this every single time, every single night. So we had come over to number Pei Gimel, and I read part of it because I had time, and now let's go back and try to do it again. So the phrase was, or, so I don't know about the siddur, but this is he says this is the Sar, who was written by or laid out by the Baladanya. Let's take any night that you're not able to get up. But you should get up before Amud Shachar, which now is very early. Amud Shachar, Kamo Shekosiv Ira Shachar, that I will bring while I go awake in the morning. Became Kosiv the Kafachayim, he says of Ezech of the Shona Va'af Mi Shalo Yiznis Orab and the Kudus so you can't get up at that point. Ella Achar Shah Achas or Shtayim, or maybe that you get up if let's say now Chatzos is around 1:30 a.m. You got up at 3:30. What happens then? Tzarek Lakumba Osu Shah, so you have to get up then. V'lo Ya'omar Kaven Shadonis Arab and the Kudas Chatzos. I didn't hit Chatzos. I missed it. Yishar Yosha, no, I'll sleep. Ella Kol Mashim Makdim Bekima. But the more that a person can make it earlier, min hashena adif tefei, the earlier you can do it, the better. The tama nizker kadei shelo yisachas bocha chitzonim, and the reason why is because the chitzonim have a hold of you, because of the fact that while you're sleeping, yiton tam misa ziman arach, you'll wind up with a tam misa for a long period of time. V'im gam zos ena yochol la'asos, but even if this, you're not able to do it, in any case, you should make an effort to get up before the morning. In order to join it together. Excuse me, this sale of the Parsha Vayakel. Hevi b'shem Ramak, so he brings over there in the name of the Ramak. Let me see it again. V'hine b'sefer or ha'chochma, Hevi b'shem Ramak. The rak b'chatzos mamish yochel livchos. Only at that time, and this is going back on some other ideas about where we're at now, all different kinds of ways of looking at this. So b'derek b'chatzos mamish livchos. That's the time when you could cry. Avach la'achar mekan, kvar niknas HaKodesh Baruch began eid nishtar sheya ima tzadikim, v'hu eis simcha, v'ein livchoisas. That's not the time for crying. So that's the general atmosphere of the time after Chatzos, and it's a really special, sweet time. What are you crying for? So he said, "V'kein kafachayim hevich mahachi machaven ishchai." I'm sorry. Shezaman amiris tikkun chatzos who ad alus hashachar is only. So he says, therefore, that the time of tikkun chatzos go all the way to alus hashachar. So he's achein ben ishchai chazerbo, but then he changed his mind. Because of in Rav Pe'elim, he says that Chelek Gimel, he says Shezman Amiras Tikkun Rachel, that the time for saying Tikkun Rachel. Now let's get back to Tikkun Rachel. It just makes me think. Tikkun Rachel has to do with the Churban of the Beis Hamikdash. So that would be logical that you would say this first. So he says. He said from Rachel, Hinehu rak ad chetzi shah kodem alus hashachar. You can say that until you get to half an hour before Amud Hashachar. Rak tikkun Leah zemanuhu ad alus hashachar. It's only the tikkun for Leah that you could say all the way until Alus Hashachar. Ayin sham tam v'nikumo v'nimuko. So over there he gets into it. V'chein naktin, and so also we say it like that. That's where we hold. Because of the Bach writes like this. The Achronim Kiblu Lomer, they took it on themselves to say like this. Now I really don't know what this says, so I'll just do the best I can, and maybe you'll help me here. Bishkavi ad kumi, so I'm sleeping until I get up. Shekvi, I'm sleeping, I'm lying down. Umakome ad shichvi, and my place, umekumi, and my getting up, ad shichvi, until I lay down. I'm not sure how that goes. Then he says kumi, that's kumi. Behind the mechaga, so he says, what is he actually saying? And this is really hard. Behind it, the mechaga shvua shabo korem megilus rus, because the realis rus have in it this phrase, Shene'emer ba shikvi ad aboker, lay down here by me until the morning. Okay, so we have a concept of sleeping until the morning. I'm not sure what he means. Ad yom tesha b'av, and you do this, and then he says until you get to the tesha b'av, which is what? Let's see, a couple of 2 months approximately after Shavuos. So he said, Ad Yom Tesha B'Av, Shabo Korem Megillas Echo. Then there's another Megillah that's read there, the Megillas Echo, Shene'emer Bo Kumi, where it says over there, get up. Kumi Roni B'Laylo. Az Shikvi, so therefore this place lie down by me. Hander She'ein Sarok Lukum Kodem or Haboker, you don't really need to get up before the morning. Kedei Lilmod Torah, in order to learn Torah. Why? Kaven the Halelos Ketzarim, because at that time, he's fixing the time between Shavuot, which is the time we're in right now, and the time that you're in, the Leilos are very, very short. If the nights are very, very short, but what there, where there's a phrase in that Echa over there, where it says rise up, Ad Chag HaShavuos Shekorim Shichvi, and that's starting another cycle going all the way back around till you get to Shavuos again. There where it says Shichvi, lie down first, meaning that the nights are longer, you have a chance to sleep and then get up. Oz Kumi, so then it says get up. Hainu, get up. Chayav the kum kodem or haboker. There you have to get up before the light of the dawn. Ashmur babarosh ashmuras lilmod, at the beginning of the watch to learn. V'keven the haleilus aruchem, and since the light, and that is because of the fact that the lights are longer. The nights are longer. So that's something to think about. Is that actually it's much easier to do tikkun tzos he says from Tisha B'Av onwards. B'Mishnah Barura, B'Kaf HaChaim, Kosbo, B'Debibri Chazocher B'Cham near the Savro came, that they don't hold like that. The Tzarek Tamid B'Kum B'Kol Leilos Hashana, so you have to get up every night of the year. Because of so he says even in the period between Tisha B'Av and Shavuos, or Shavuos and Tisha B'Av, called Leilos Hashana, because of the Kaf HaChaim, and so the Kaf HaChaim writes on this, the B'Leilos HaKetzarim, when the nights are short, Yakum B'Chatzos, V'im Sark L'Kach Yachso Lishon, and if you have to, because you worked hard, and you're tired, you have to go back to sleep, Kamosha Kasav Rabbeinu Khan. So we have all of this and these different ideas also in the back of this sefer, where we got into some other things, where he was talking about the Tikkun of Chatzot. So let's look at Kuf Yodalin on page Reish Bet. So page Reish Bet, he says, Kuf Yodalin ein safek shechayod yodea lekavin kol zechab al mituso. So a person could really do this. Gorm shechazevugim aniskarim na'asach al yadu mandash. He actually is causing the Yehudim to come to happen. So there is no end to the what he can get, the reward. And there's nothing higher than this. Adam Osa came, a man who does this, Makavin the Kavanas good boy, and he has the proper concentration there. He's actually, he himself personally is doing the tikkunim up above. Ve'ein lamala b'menu, ve'ein kates the matan schara, ve'hicha maklal the tzadikim she'alechem ne'emet tzadik goyz v'hakodesh baruch hu makayim. So basically he just rephrased what was said previously. So now we're coming to another section. We'll read this one here. He wants to get more specific about this. Let's see what he says. We have 1 minute. Let's just read the top part, see how far we could go. So the writer writes like this. Is bar drush kolel b'kol seder halayla. B'atin evar b'pratin al chaseder of an echlochin the shnei cholokim. So we're going to say some details about it. I'm going to divide it into two things. He says, one of the portions that we're going to talk about, b'ma shekodem hashena, it really refers to what happened before you go to sleep. Sheni, b'ma she'achar hatzos lila b'kumo min hashena, is after chatzos, when a person gets up from his sleep. V'chelik harishon b'ma shekodem hashena, what's that all about? Daki drushim rabim ne'emrocha b'chabili b'inyan zeh. V'echatavecha v'kol echa b'fnei atzbecha b'bilti iruv. So I'm not going to mix them up. I'm going to say each one of them as they come about. Rishona azkir seder ha'inyan. First, I'm going to talk about the order here. V'achar kach evoyer ha'kavana shetzarek l'kavim bo. And then after that, I'll get into the kavana. And that's the shir today. And Mitzvah Hashem, we'll see you tomorrow. Kol Tuv.